Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. In my previous video, I taught you how to create flyers like this inside of Affinity Studio. In this video, I'll be walking you through the process of creating a nice, beautiful birthday flyer inside of Affinity Studio, just like this. If you've not subscribed to this channel, now is the perfect time to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to bring in more videos like this to your screens alongside every other videos. Without having to say much, let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is click on File and click on New. And I'm going to determine my size like this. You can see over here, I have a default size, the preset that I created, right? SM, social media. So I'm going to create another one to show you how you can do this for yourself. So I'm just going to name this social media flyer, right? Inches, resolution 300, and it's going to be a 4x5. Right, RGB 8, that's what I'm using, is what I've always used, and every other thing stays the same. Now you can click on create preset. Immediately you click on this create preset, you're going to see your preset at the left hand side. You can see here, right? So I don't need to start creating, I just need to just click on it, and I can also delete an existing template. You understand? So click on it and delete. Of course, you have this one here, I can delete. And yes, then for this one I just need to just come and select it, and the sizes are there. The next thing I need to do is just create a document, and that's all. Right, so let's get started with this. The first thing I need to do is I'm going over to my resource file. The link to download this resource file is in the description of this video, so just click on to download resource file link. It takes you to where you can get these resource files, right? Make sure you do that and don't forget. So I'm just going to resize this, bring it up like this, just the way I want it. And this is the first step. So next thing I want to do, I don't like this background at the back of this, so I'd want to use mine. So I'm just going to draw a rectangle first. Nope, delete this rectangle. Right. And I'm just going to bring this inside here. I'm going to use the opacity so I can see through. You can see. So I'm just going to go back to my move tool and bring this inside here like this. And take this up. You might want to zoom close and put this here. Okay, so let's create rounded corners. So click on this tool here and click on this node first and drag this. Click on this node again. Make sure you're using your round corner tool and bring this inside just like this. So you're not doing too much. Okay, somewhere around here is good. Go over to your move tool and you can then bring this down here like this. You can see it fits perfectly. You see why we had to turn down the opacity so that we can actually see through. So good. So bump it up to 100 back since we're done. I want to make sure I don't have stroke there. So make sure your stroke is set to 0, right? Very important. So click back to colors and let's stay here. So let's apply a transparency fill to this shape. So I'm just going to drag from black to white like this. And that's all basically. Go back to your move tool. And let's bring in the image we're going to put inside of this container here. That's the shape we just created. So selecting this, stay on this layer. Make sure you stay on the top layer. And I'm just going to drag this inside like this. So drag and drop inside like this, and I can choose to resize this the way I want it, but I'm just going to leave it like this. And I'm just going to power clip it inside this or make a clipping mask. So just drag and drop on top of it to create a clipping mask, right, with the object below. That's very, very easy. Very easy to create clipping mask inside of Affinity Studio. All right, so So I'm liking this position, so I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to click on filter, light filters. I'm going to click on Gaussian blur. Yeah, so make sure you're selecting the image, Gaussian blur. I'm going to apply the blur to it. And of course, I'm going to make sure I'm not doing too much. Keep it realistic, right? When you are doing compositions like this, it's good you always keep them realistic. So select this also, light filters and Gaussian blur. This I won't be needing too much, just a little bit. And somewhere around here is good. I'm just going to click out. Okay, staying on top of this layer, I'm going to make sure I remove my outline. I don't need any outline in this design. I'm going to go over to my rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle from this point here. But of course, I'm not going to use whites. I'm going to select the eyedropper tool while my rectangle is selected, color picker, and sample a color here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this rectangle. So select the transparency tool, and I'm just going to blend it like this from black to white. Use your move tool to scale it up like this. And darken the color just a bit. This is the color code here. All right, so scale this up, and this is what you have. So let's move on. Go over to your resource files, bring in this image, and you want to make this smaller. You want to make this smaller, click on develop, and I'm just going to go ahead to adjust the image. And I'm going to increase the amount like this. Increase the amount like this. And over here in basics, I'm going to increase the contrast like this. And also with the clarity, you can see that it makes a whole lot of difference right now. So in noise reduction, I'm going to add luminance to make it smoother. Just like this, and boom. Nicely done. And click on develop. All right, click on develop. So the next thing I want to do is actually remove the background. So I'm going to come here. I'm still inside of vector. I'm going to come here and click on remove background. All right, so Affinity is going to analyze the image and remove the background for me. Just easy peasy. So I don't spend time trying to analyze and select the image. Selecting the image. So you can see the background is gone, and we have our image like that. Right, now the next step is to blend this image to the background. So let me make this bigger just a little bit. By the way, I got this image from Pinterest, credits to the author. And I'm not going to be providing this particular image, so you can use any image of your choice for this, but the other resource file will be included. So before, I would switch over to Pixel and I'll use the brush to erase the parts I don't want. But this time I'm going to be doing things differently. All right, I'm going to be doing things differently. Now inside of Vector Studio, when your image is selected, you can right click on it and you can convert to image resource. When you click on this, you can now use your transparency tool to make the edges transparent. Right? Easy fix. So make sure you've done that first setting before you can apply this. You can see I've blended this image nicely to the background. So let's move on with this. Of course, I like this combination, but then I always like to spice things up, like you always know. So one thing I want to do here is I'd want to change the dynamics of my background. Now, what do I mean by changing dynamics of my background? Instead of having this brown feel, I like to use something else. So I'm going to go to Adjustment, and I'm going to select Recolor, right? So on that recolor, I'm just going to tilt towards the blue. You can see this is a quick way to actually change the dynamics of your background or anything you have in your composition, right? So I'm going to use this blue. So you can change the saturation or the lightness. I'm going to reduce the lightness like this, just this way. And of course, my saturation stays at 100%. I'm going to tilt towards the blue, and this is what I have. I think I'm okay with this. And we're good to go. I'm going to go over to my text. It's time to add some text to this particular flyer. So stay on top, and I'm going to use my text, and I'm going to type this in. Give it a white color, and I'm going to change the font to what I used recently, and it's going to be this, but I'm going to make this more bold. I think I'm going to use bold instead, and I'm going to have it here. I can choose to increase the size while I reduce this first. Select this and increase the size like this. Yes. Reduce and increase. So with this, I'd want to add some gradient feel to this, from fill color to this. I'm going to drag first. Let me go from white to this color here. So with this color here selected, I'm going to go over to the color picker, and I'm going to select this color, right? Yeah, it's good. We're going to adjust that. So go back to the fill tool, and I'm going to drag from this part to this part. With this one here selected, select the white color, and there you go. Easy peasy. And I'm going to blend this just well like this. Select this, click here, and I'm going to type something else with this. Okay, this is too big. I'm going to adjust this. Okay. Move this here so I can have space. Oops, Ctrl Z. Okay, so it's birthday. First things, revert it back to white, and I'm going to change the text to something simpler. Yes, this does it for me. I'm going to reduce the size, and I'm going to space on that character. I'm going to give this 2000. Click enter, and I'm going to move this where it's supposed to be. I think somewhere around here is cool. Good. Good. Okay. Good. This is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to make a duplicate copy of this happy birthday. With the one below, I'm just going to go over to live filters, and I'm going to select motion blur. I'm going to change the rotation, the angle, and I'm going to bump up the radius. So you can copy my settings for this also. And I think I'm okay somewhere here. Click out and good to go. Okay. I'm going to bring in my text. I took our time to type all of this so that we don't spend time inside of this particular video. Right, so I'm going to move this up here, make it slightly bigger. Yes, this is good. And one more thing I like to do again is I like the 8 to pop out just a little bit. So I'm going to create a new layer here. And I'm going to select my ellipse tool. My color here is blue. I'm going to use blue. That's blue. And I'm going to draw an ellipse here. And try and centralize this. Good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is select this. And let's head over to live filters and select Gaussian blur. So I'm just going to blur this out like this. And when you're done, click the X button and that's all. That's all. All right, if you follow me to this part, you would have gotten the same result that I've gotten. But one last thing I like to do, I'll click on adjustment, selecting the image. My color balance, I'm just going to throw in some blue and cyan for the image. Right, some blue and some cyans. In the highlights also, some blue and some cyans. And the shadow, I'm just going to tilt towards the blue alone, and that's all. So I'm just going to drag this color balance adjustment to the image. Clip it on the image itself. You can see it's now only on the image. You understand? So, perfect. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed this video, do not forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video just above. Ciao.